What are your plans now?
Oh, I'll go to work tomorrow. It'll help. I'll take time off for the funeral, of course.
What I was getting at, I mean, about living arrangements. I'd rather you weren't here.
Well, I'll find a hotel or something. I really wanted to help. I thought...
I know you only want to do what's right. It's just that...
You don't have to say it. Thank you. Oh, yes, thanks. I really do appreciate your calling. It's certainly a load off my mind. Yes. Yes, well, goodbye. And thanks again for everything. Oh, Miss Detective Inspector Grace. Parker was murdered in the holding cell.
Damage of $3 million.
Looked like a gangland execution.
Why? I mean, why would they?
Oh, somebody more powerful than Parker worried he'd talk.
Oh,
here it is.
Was murdered this afternoon
seem
whilst
almost
in police
pleased.
custody. The two men posing as
I
police
am,
made a
aren't
daring
you?
raid on
But
the
someone's
central holding
dead.
cells where Parker was awaiting arraignment.
He killed
The two
your
men
father.
shot Parker and then fled the building through a rear exit. Police gave chase but lost the killers in peak hour traffic. A police spokesman described the raid as one of the most audacious crimes in memory, and intensive investigations are underway to identify the murderers. The men were described as being in their late 30s, thick-set and of dark complexion, and police are investigating a possible link to a similar gangland execution in Sydney last February. Parker is survived by a wife and 2 sons. Police are seeking a blue Valiant station.
That means Bongo's safe, favourite.
Yeah. And the freak's lost her protection. When she gets back here, she's dead.
Oh, Rita!
I said I'd kill a bitch. And I meant it.
Morning, Miss Ferguson. All I said was morning. Hey, I thought they'd put Looney onto some pills or something to calm her down.
They did, why?
Well, I just went past the rec room and she was ripping up some books like she was mad or something.
Well, did you stop her?
It's none of my business. You're the screw.
Thought you were smart, didn't you? Getting Parker as a muscle. Well, you've lost your protection now.
Be a fool, Connors, you'll never get away with it.
Even if I don't, you'll be dead. That's all I want. You're scared, huh? Huh? Get out of it this easy. I wonder what it feels like. A knife slipping between your ribs, up through your lungs into your heart. This is the way Slasher went to bed, Ferguson. Treat him in bloody bitches!
Give me that
You
knife.
call them that, I'll kill you!
Shut up.
Yes, let go of me.
If you value your life, shut up. Rita, give me that
Let
knife.
go of me, you bitches!
Then try another time, Rita. There are other ways so you don't get blamed.
Get out of my way, Nance, or I'll kill you too.
Then you're going to have to. Give me that knife, Rita. The knife, Rita.
This is between her and me!
No, you're wrong. It's between all of us. It affects all of us. Give me the knife.
Please, Rita!
Roach, take the knife. Take it back to the kitchen.
Don't you dare. That knife is evidence. You leave it right where it is. A lot of you'll pay for this.
I wouldn't if I were you. No one pays because nothing has happened. Oh, you and Kath Maxwell have been up to a lot, haven't you? It wouldn't take much to persuade the governor just what you've been up to. Roach, pick up the knife. Pick up the knife, Roach. We haven't got much time. The rest of you out.
You know, you're looking a bit washed out. You still in that hotel?
Till something more suitable comes along.
You know, it occurred to Mervyn and me the other day that what you really need is something like our flat. And it'll be going for a very reasonable price.
Buy your flat.
Yes. Well, it's close to work, and it's a good investment. It's very roomy, and, well, it'll be immediate vacant possession because Mervyn and I'll be moving in a couple of days just as soon as the finance comes through on our place.
think about it. Mightn't be a bad idea.
Yes, well, perhaps if you tried it for a few days, see how you like it?
What, rent it?
Oh, I wouldn't feel quite right about charging you rent. No, I was thinking you might come and stay. Now, just for a few days. At least it'd get you out of that hotel.
What, stay with you and Mervyn?
Yes.
Oh, can you imagine Mervyn and me under the same roof?
Yes. What's wrong with that?
What does he have to say about it?
He's perfectly happy about it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I'm sure we're all adult enough to get on for a day or two.
Tomorrow be all right?
Yes. Tomorrow'll be fine.
Oh, well, I'll come and have a look at the place first.
Right. Whatever you think. Morning. Come in.
I've just been having a look round outside. It seems very nice.
Oh, yes. Did you see where the rubbish bins go?
In that little shed out the back.
Yes, that's right. I'll leave you to have a look around. I have to get Mervyn's breakfast.
He's running late, isn't he?
Oh, yes, my fault, I'm afraid. You see, I ran the vac over last night and, well, I forgot to plug the alarm clock back in when I'd finished. Not very popular this morning.
The joys of married life, eh? Well, I'll keep out of your way. Through there?
Yes, and don't mind the packing cases. They're going with us.
You're right, Joycey. I should have known it. She came into the bedroom. 2 days, Joycey. Even if the solicitors haven't signed for our new place, 2 days and we're out.
I made a very stupid mistake yesterday. I forgot. I let my guard down. And you lot thought all your Christmases had come at once. Right, Connors? You and your little bunch thought you had me.
Not them. Me. And there was no thought to it, Ferguson. You were dead.
Rita, you're only making it worse.
Shut up, Wilkinson.
Well, Rita's right. If we hadn't saved
Oh, yes, I forgot. The cavalry. Yes, those wonderful people who risked all to save me. Why? Because you loved me? I wonder. Do you love me, Jenkins? You had your chance, and now it's my turn. Hello. Thought you'd have been home ages ago.
Oh, no. Had a little celebration. Oh, it's all right, Mervyn, dear. I am perfectly capable of walking in my own home without assistance.
Still, I think you better come to bed, Joycey. We've all had a little bit too much excitement.
Yes, we have, haven't we? What was the occasion?
Oh, Marty beat the captain. Our side won. Work experience is not off anymore. It's on.
What?
It's just a harmless little contest. Oh, if you excuse me, I'd better get Joycey to bed. Come
Oh,
along, sweetheart.
Mervyn, what are you
Don't be
doing?
silly, darling. Come
Don't
along.
keep touching me.
No, it's all
Joni,
right.
tell him to behave himself.
Come on,
He's a
Benny.
bit of a devil, this one. Mervyn,
No, not that door. This door.
Oh,
Sorry, I didn't realise you wanted to use the iron.
I thought your shift started half an hour ago.
Mrs. Rennis doesn't mind me coming in late once in a while as long as everything's prepared in advance.
I see. Well, I'll take a shower while you finish.
Joyce is still in there. About last night.
What about it?
Well, I wouldn't want you to get the idea we're in the habit of staying out.
What you do is your business. I'm going to get some coffee.
Oh, no.
Mervyn, what happened?
I've ironed in another damned crease.
Oh, never mind. I'm running late enough as it is.
Join the club.
Oh, good morning. Have you had some breakfast?
Oh, I was just thinking that I might whip up some French toast. Anyone interested?
Oh, that sounds lovely, as long as there's no trouble.
Won't be a jiffy.
Oh, Mervyn, I'm sorry, but there aren't any eggs. I meant to get some on the way home last night and some bread, but, well, I forgot.
Coffee will be fine. I'll put the kettle on. Oh, I thought you might like to know I've put in an offer on the flat. I think they're going to find it agreeable.
Oh, I'm sure they will. Well, things seem to be falling into place for you.
Well, time's getting on. I'd better take that shower.
Oh, I'm sorry, but Mervyn's just gone in there to have a shave. He won't be very long, I hope.
Miss Ferguson, Wait.
Oh, what is it now?
I really don't know how to tell you this.
If it's another of your harebrained schemes, Wilkinson, forget it. I'm not in the mood.
It's about the boat. The work experience program tomorrow.
Well,
I really don't think you should go.
since when have you been paid to think?
I'm not doing this very well, am I? You really don't understand.
Yes, I do. Your friends think they're going to make something out of it. Well, you can tell them to forget it.
It's not my friends I'm concerned about.
What put you up to this? What's behind this, Wilkinson?
I'm really thinking of you. I mean, you've been very good to me. And I just know you won't like it. I mean, it's hot out there and there's the smell of paint and I was out there for one day and that was
since
enough
when
for
have
me.
you
I mean,
been
I really
concerned about my welfare?
I always have been and you know it.
Well, what have they got planned?
I can't say that. Please.
Well, you can tell Connors to forget about it. The good times are over, as of tomorrow.
You gotta finish those jobs you started yesterday. No slacking off today.
Oh, come on.
Quiet, Connors, and get on with it.
I give the orders on this ship, madam.
Hey, I bag swabbing the deck.
Ah, good girl. Eager, eh?
No way. Just don't want to get caught down here getting the drinks again. That's all.
Don't be fooled, Captain. They're full of tricks you've never thought of. You've got to keep your eye on them all the time.
That's so. I didn't seem to have any problems yesterday. Maybe it's the way you handle them, Miss Ferguson. Anyway, I'm up an anchor for a bit. I need fresher air. Going down the coast to help a mate of mine on his prawn, and Mick will be in charge. When I get back, if everything's shipshape, we might take her out for a bit. And keep your hands off Alice. She's more my speed.
Come on, you lot, get that stuff together and get on deck, or you'll all be back at Wentworth.
Well, it's a bit hard to know where to start, Miss Ferguson. Unless you want to come and show us. You want to watch your step, though. The deck can get pretty slippery. Rita. Butter, Nez.
What the hell are you doing?
No worries, just testing the engine.
Stop this boat immediately.
Can't. The captain wants the engines given a run. That's what I'm doing, lady.
But he didn't say anything to us.
Why should he? He's the captain.
What's this?
Look, lady, I've got a job to do now. Do you mind?
You organised this, didn't you?
Right. Who let the mooring ropes go at the wharf?
Well, we were only taking orders from Captain Meek.
I give the orders around here, not Mr. Warner. Right, well, don't stand around here. Start washing the deck and polishing that brass. How charming. You can practice by working on deck with the others.
I have been working. What do you reckon all this is?
Don't be insolent. I want a word with you, Mr. Warner.
She's been doing just fine.
It's a strange way to test the engines. How long before we get back to the wharf?
I don't know. It could be half an hour by the time I adjust the valves.
I see. I doubt that we will require your boat after today. And in the meantime, you will consult with me before allocating work to the women.
Doesn't seem worth bothering.
It's a security matter, Mr. Warner. I don't have to remind you that I'm in charge here.
While we're at sea, I'm in charge. And before you start handing out orders, make sure you consult me first.
You did that on purpose.
Oh, she'll be all right. You better go get the freak. I've got a little surprise for her.
Officer stands fallen overboard. I don't know if she can swim.
Take the wheel and keep it straight. Don't turn left, I tell you.
No, stop you, Alice. Quickly, otherwise she'll drown.
I threw the life buoy in after her, but she hasn't grabbed it yet. Do something,
Where's
quick!
Mick? Get him down here straight away. Tell him to turn the boat and pick us up.
Right.
Are you crazy?
2 down, 1 to go.
Somebody help!
What the hell's going on?
Oh, well, Miss Stout fell overboard and Mr. Jackson's jumped in to save her.
Truth, who's steering the ship?
Alice, she doesn't know what to do.
I'll turn around and go back.
Why didn't you call me?
I told Mr. Jackson I was.
We panicked. We just didn't know what to do.
Typical.
Well, you just can't tell what's going to happen, can you?
The engine stopped.
Is this some sort of practical joke?
Not when there's people overboard. Excuse me, I've got to see what's going on down below.
Oh, I I do hope they make it.
Steam engines for you. Give me internal combustion any day. Oh, you missed all the fun.
What are they doing over there? Look, we're drifting further away from shore.
Get below the three of you, gone.
There's no point in putting the anchor out, Miss Ferguson. We're in the channel, wouldn't hold anyway.
Well, what's the matter with the engine?
Inlet valve's jammed. I'll have to release all the pressure before I can have a proper look. Then if I can fix it, I'll have to build it up again before we can go anywhere.
How long's that going to take?
A couple of hours with a bit of luck.
In the meantime, we're drifting further out to sea.
Nothing much to worry about. No boats to drift into. We've got the radio if we need it. Reckon you should all relax and enjoy yourselves until I fix it.
Hey, what do you reckon, girls? Gonna get a suntan, eh?
Suits me just fine.
One way or the other.
Coast Guard, please come in.
You're wasting your time, lady. The radio's stuffed.
Surely there's something we can do.
There's no need to panic. Marty and Delia would have alerted the authorities by now. Someone will be sent to get us.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
Get up on deck if you're going to chuck it.
Downwind side of the boat.
I'm going, but hurry up and get us off this bloody thing.
Why don't you just fire a flare?
I'd rather wait till there's less light when it's more effective.
In the meantime, we just sit and twiddle our thumbs.
Well, there's nothing more we can do until it gets dark.
What's the hurry? We won't get another chance to be alone like this.
Suppose you've given up on that radio?
As a matter of fact, I was just about to try it again.
Where's Connors?
I think she's on deck, Miss Ferguson. I'll go and get her if you
Stay
like.
where you are. Connors!
Tell you, Mr. Warner said there's plenty of blankets on board in case we have to spend the night.
Yes, that's very reassuring. Now get back to work. What are you doing with that hammer, Connors?
Oh, Rita, we don't need that. We found another one downstairs.
Get below, the pair of you.
Yes, Miss Ferguson.
Yeah, but when Miss Ferguson finds out, she'll go crazy.
That would be reasonable under the circumstances. Can't wait to get you lot back to Wentworth.
Well, we're not there yet. And the way this boat's drifting, it looks like we might never get there.
Just watch it, Connors.
I'm sick of the sound of your voice, Ferguson, so quit ordering me around.
You're only making things worse for yourself.
Now, cool down the pair of you.
You feel like a drink, Joan?
Rita.
Maybe we could go up deck and talk about it. The winner gets to go for a swim with the sharks. You're in trouble, Ferguson, and you know it.
We're all in trouble. Now, let me make one thing clear. Till things get back to normal, I say what goes in this boat. You'll do what I tell you. Understood?
Oh, it's fine by me, Cap. I've got all the time in the world. It's a big gun you've got there, mister. You could do a lot of damage with that.
Certainly could. That's why it's kept under lock and key. Also, I'm going to have to turn the deck lights off, otherwise it'll drain the batteries. So I don't want anyone up on deck unless I'm with them. It's too dangerous.
Oh, no, we don't want no accidents. We'll never find your body if you went overboard on a night like this. You need to go up top. You just let me know. I'll make sure you'll be all right.
Perfectly happy right where I am.
Fair enough.
You make me sick.
Yes, I'm sick. I'm sick of you. Do you know what Slasher once said to me? He said, never trust scum that are too scared to laugh when they're happy or cry when they're sad. Yeah, my Slasher said that. He was a big, rough, tough, rowdy bugger, and he could smell an evil bastard 10 miles away. Well, he's dead, and I'll never forget him. And I'll never forget what mongrel killed him either. We've got a long night
quiet enough for you, Miss Ferguson?
Everything all right down here?
Yeah, having a real ball.
Any sign of the Coast Guard or the police?
Not yet, but we've drifted near land. You better come and have a look.
Well, you just might be closer to Wentworth than we thought.
Oh.
Well, your little picnic's well and truly over, Waters.
Don't get stuck into her.
You lot amaze me, you really do. I'm going to see they throw the book at you. At the very least, you lose your ticket, boy.
Look, you.
Don't, Mick. Don't waste your breath.
The rest of you have had your last laugh for quite a while, too. It's going to take the governor about a month to read all these charges. Now get below and clean the sleeping quarters, then report back here. Well, Connors, now that we know what we really think of one another, we're going to get along just fine.
Okay, here's the chart. But as I said, I don't think it's going to tell you much.
You've got a compass, haven't you? You must know something about navigation.
If I had a radio, I could give our longitude and latitude. But this is a sea chart, not a road map.
Just as negative as they are, there's got to be a settlement along the coast somewhere. Now, I suggest that you row ashore and start looking for it. I'll keep the women here. It's safer to have them in as confined a space as possible.
Sorry, Miss Ferguson, I'm not going to leave this boat. The women are as much my responsibility as yours. And not one of you'd know what to do if some weather blew up.
We're anchored. The weather looks perfectly all right to me.
You don't know anything about it. I'm not going to stand here arguing with you. I'm staying on board and that's final.
Right. Put the dinghy in the water, if it's not too much trouble, and I'll go. And I'll take the women with me. I've got to do something constructive about this mess.
Yes, sir.
Well, she might be smiling now, but she'll be smiling on the other side of her face in a while.
What, do you reckon she'll go ashore to try and get help?
Of course she will. You said yourself it's not exactly hitching country.
Hey, she might wander off into the bush, never to be seen again, like them explorer blokes.
Happy, are we? Well, make the most of it, because you'll all be back in Wentworth by nightfall. We'll see who has the last laugh then. Come on, get your things together. We're going ashore.
You might be, Ferguson. We're staying here.
Be careful, Connors. That's insubordination.
If you think we're going to hack our way through the bush, screaming for help just so you can lock us away again, you got to be crazy.
I see. What about the rest of you?
We took a vote on it. I won. Come on, girls, let's go topside. We ain't going to get a tan down here.
Yeah, I want to try and catch a fish for lunch.
There's some tea there, if you want it.
What are you doing down here?
Well, I just came down to see if I could be of any help.
Why?
Well, it's very hot up there. You should take plenty of water.
I'm not a fool, McCormick.
No, I know that,
Then
Miss
why bother to
Ferguson.
come here and tell me the obvious?
Well, I just thought you might be in for a long trek. You should have adequate supplies.
Right. Good. You've said it. Is your conscience clear now? You make me sick, McCormick. You are the worst kind of hypocrite. Now, you chose your side down here this morning, so you get back to them.
But that's not
Look,
fair.
I do not
didn't-
expect to find a motel over the first hill. But I know the bush, and I know that there will be a farm or a track not too far away. Now, you get upstairs and help lower that dinghy. Here.
Thanks. I'd have been a goner but for you. Thanks.
Not nice dangling in mid-air, is it?
No, it's not.
What are you doing out here anyway?
Oh, I thought I'd go for a swim.
Don't expect me to believe that, do you?
Well, it's pretty rough out there. I thought I'd help you with the tiger snakes.
I don't need your help. I can make better time on my own. You find your way back to the beach, all right?
Yeah, no probs.
All right. You get back to the boat and stay there. If you try to escape, you'll only get lost. For once, use your brains.
Why don't you come back with us? It's pretty rough out there. Ferguson? Why did you do it?
I don't know.
At least Nancy McCormack insists that Joan was last seen heading off for help.
Oh, I hope she makes it. God help any passive nature lovers who come across her.
I want some information.
I'm a real bad choice for information. You get sort of cut off from things up here.
Tell me about Joan Ferguson.
Well, she's about mid-40s. She looks like a truck driver in drag.
What
and
happened to her?
We told the governor everything.
I want the truth.
Did Reynolds send you up here?
No.
Will you let her and the cops worry about Ferguson? It's got nothing to do with you.
If Joan Ferguson's dead, it'll be on my conscience as much as yours.
Only if I killed her.
It was planned from the start, wasn't it? I thought the whole thing was a damn mess, but it was a plan. Delia going overboard, me going after her.
You can't prove that.
To hell with proving it, I just want to know. Delia and I busted our guts to get you work experience, and you just rubbed our faces in it.
That's not true.
Isn't it? Well, our reports are out tomorrow, Connors.
Look.
Nah,
It wasn't.
forget it.
Mr. Jackson, I left Ferguson alive. And I hope she comes back.
Well, I was resigned to a night in the bush and I saw a fire. It was a team of surveyors. They gave me some food and radioed the rescue helicopter.
Well, I'm glad it's all over. Do you need any medical attention?
No, just a few scratches, that's all.
Well, I'll finish up here. You go home and get some well-earned rest.
I'd like to clean up and do my report first. I'd also like to know what punishment you've got in mind for Connors and the others.
Solitary.
And?
And what?
I told you what happened. They deliberately fixed the engine and the radio.
Can you prove that?
No, but they did it. And you've only got them in solitary.
At the moment.
Look, what happened on that boat was mutiny. Now, you throw in insubordination and plotting to aid a prisoner to escape. They're serious charges.
Perhaps we should hear what they have to say first.
Oh, what's that got to do with it? They'll only lie, as usual.
Just let them in, Miss Ferguson.
Oh, okay, Miss Ferguson. Glad you came out of it all right.
Nice to see you back.
We're very relieved. Yeah, we were a bit worried about you there
Come
for a
on,
while.
quiet all of you.
Just because Miss Ferguson's alive and well, don't assume the whole affair will be swept under the carpet.
Oh, I think they know that, Governor. I think they know what to expect. You don't intend to take any of that seriously, do you?
Not necessarily, no.
Not necessarily.
It was an extraordinary situation. There are bound to be different interpretations.
Oh, they make the whole thing sound like a perfectly normal sequence of events. Oh, so it's my word against theirs, eh? No, I'm not going to wear that. They plotted the whole thing and I'll prove it one way or another. You're also forgetting that there is still another prisoner at large.
I'm not forgetting.
You can't let them get away with it. They'll be heroes to those other women and discipline will be impossible.
Miss Ferguson, I haven't decided what action I'm going to take.
Governor, it is not just my reputation and credibility on the line here. This concerns all of us.
Just like old times, eh?
What do you want?
The walls have got ears, even up here.
Get here. I'll listen to what you have to say. But just in case...
Yeah, and you know how to use it, too.
Get over against that wall. Well?
Get me out of here.
Ha!
It'll be best for both of us.
It's got nothing to do with me.
If Reno keeps us in here for more than 24 hours, she's going to have to bring in a visiting justice.
And you'll be up the creek when he hears the facts.
Maybe, but we won't be alone. I wonder what he'll think when he hears the freak panicked and left us alone on the boat. I wonder what he'll think when he hears that you didn't go off and get help. You were running away, scared silly. I wonder what he'll think when he hears you knew all about Roach's little escape plan, but you did nothing about it because you didn't have the guts.
Won't believe a word of it.
Maybe you want to take the chance.
You pull a stunt like that, I'll see you in Blackmore for the rest of your life.
It'll be worth it. It'll be in your record and it'll stick. It'll be worth every day in Blackmore. It'll still be worth it.
Yeah, hey, jeez, we better get on with this.
You don't
She's
seem to
between
have worked up
lashes.
much of a sweat, Jenkins.
Oh, jeez. I'm not sweaty type, Miss Ferguson.
You can get in there with McCormick. And when I come back, if I see one grain of dirt, you'll get an extra 24 hours to do the job properly.
Jeez, I thought you wanted the car.
I'll tell you what I want. It's for you to do what you're told and not answer me back. Is that clear?
Let her go, Ferguson.
You're hurting her.
Get in there, pair of you.
Oh.
You were saying...
You've had your fun now. Lay off.
Oh, what? You'll go to the governor with lies about our little adventure on the cliff? I should have let you drop, Connors.
But you didn't. And I'm still here. So how about we call it quits for now?
Sounds to me like the top dog can only handle one problem at a time. What is it, eh? A leadership challenge?
I told you I was willing to square it with you. Are you agreeing or not?
All right. But I've got a very long memory. I thought that you might like to join me in a little celebration drink, though.
A celebration? The flat, you've bought it?
Yeah. Lock, stock and barrel.
Oh, good.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you. I just can't make up my mind, though, whether to wallpaper or paint.
Yes, well, you've got it all ahead of you, haven't you?
Glad it's you and not us.
Really? I thought you'd be doing something to the house when you move in.
Oh, well, we're not sure yet.
Look, I meant to talk to you about that. I've been having a bit of a yarn to a builder about knocking down a wall in the bedroom and, well, I'd like to know when you're moving out so I can give him a starting date. All right, let's stop beating around the bush. Something going on, isn't it?
Well, the truth is our finance has been turned down.
We might lose our dear little house.
Oh, come on, love, don't upset yourself again.
Yeah, well, I'm very sorry, of course, but it really doesn't help me, does it?
You don't need help. You've got your place. You don't have to worry.
Yeah, and I'd like to renovate, and I can hardly do that with you still in it.
You've got a short memory, Joan. Joycey asked you here out of the kindness of her heart.
Yes, I appreciate that. But let's not pretend that we've enjoyed each other's company. I know I haven't.
Would you no, Joycey, I'll do it.
You will not. I've already made a fool of myself tonight. I want to talk to you.
I'm listening.
Mervyn and I have just been discussing things.
Well, they told me that's what marriage is all about.
Would you mind just listening?
When I walked out of here a minute ago, I was all prepared to leave you to it.
It wasn't quite
But
what I meant.
why should we? Oh, yes, we could always move into a hotel. But we'd never save our deposit then.
Am I allowed to say something?
We could always move in with Meg.
Well, she's got the room.
So have you.
Just a minute, Mervyn. You're only here because we took pity on you. All right. We may not be the best people in the world to live with, but you're not exactly a barrel of laughs either. So I'll tell you what we're going to do.
You'll tell me?
Yes, we're staying. We'll pay the same rent as we paid the previous owner, but we're staying, Joan. So get used to it.
Ridiculous. I know it was here.
You lost something.
I put it right here on the chair. If I didn't, I'm losing my mind.
But what?
The magazine I was reading. Oh.
Oh,
Morning, Joyce.
Meg.
Suppose you've heard about the baby?
Yes, apparently Anne was there half the night.
That's why I've been called in early.
Yes, and that's why I'm here. Can you manage without me for a couple of hours?
Obviously, we'll have to.
It's unavoidable, I'm
Oh, there's
afraid.
no need to apologise. The governor's off having breakfast, you're doing whatever. And as usual, I will manage. I'll go now. And would you please stop tidying up? It is driving me crazy. Oh, aren't you the lucky one?
Yeah, I have to get him in water before they wilt, though. Well, they're from Marty. Pretty silly of him, really.
In Queensland, they call it troppo. The heat. Yeah, I don't mean to be personal, but you hardly seem the type his sort usually go for. You know, there's an article in here about a woman who lost 10 pounds in a week.